Tonight, families of patients at a Windsor Locks nursing home are scrambling to find their loved ones a new place to live after a mandate from the state. It all stems from an investigation into the death of this 93-year-old woman who walked out of the facility into below freezing temperatures last month. She wasn't found until 3 hours later. NBC Connecticut's Jane Chaco tells us what's next for these residents.
I just hope she's happy where she's going.
Jean Lisi visits her friend who has lived at Bickford Healthcare Center for 8 years, but she now must relocate to another facility within the next month as part of an order from the state social services agency.
There's a couple in the area. There's 2 over in East Windsor, 1 in Windsor. I just hope she doesn't get sent farther than that.
This move is happening because the Department of Public Health found 14 instances where proper care was not provided after a 93-year-old resident with dementia wandered out of the facility in the middle of the night in February. Police say staff found Margaret Healy in a snowbank when the wind chill was 15 below. 3 hours after she left through an employee door. DPH says staff did not call police in time or adequately supervise her. The investigation also said a risk evaluation dated November 2025 said Healy, quote, made statements that she was leaving and displayed behaviors that may indicate an attempt to leave.
I think they just couldn't get over the catastrophic breakdown in their systems that happened that allowed my aunt to die.
The head of the state's social services department said, quote, this order reflects our commitment to ensuring that the individuals who call Bickford home are moved to safe, appropriate settings as quickly and compassionately as possible. But lawmakers like Jeff Gordon say families should have more time to figure out what's next for their loved ones.
They're giving 30 days or so for them to be moved to another place. I don't know how easy that's going to be. Where's the availability, the type of care these people need? Might these people now be moved far away from family?
Well, those are certainly all valid questions, Jane, and that's on top of the cost, which can be staggering. And then the demand is so high that the wait lists are there for facilities that you may find that you can afford. Is the facility doing anything to try to help these families?
So the state has ordered the manager at Bickford to help these patients find new homes and also oversee their transfer, which means making sure they get to that new facility safely.
Well, we have seen that there are a lot of families affected here. The deadline is about a month away from now. What happens if there's still some people in need in a month?
So this is all clearly laid out in that order. If they don't get them by that April 10th deadline to a new facility, they are ordered to give a timeline to the Department of Social Services of when those residents can be moved. And if they don't do it in time, they could be at risk of losing their Medicaid funding or risk of losing their license and stop. And they could face a monetary fine as well.
Well, obviously, this is a tough situation, a challenge for those families, but at its core, heartbreaking for that 93-year-old woman who lost her life. Yeah. Jane, thank you. We're going to stay on top of this story.